Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 6:30, last day of the month. So I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter, this Durham's online community paper, which I invite you to check out in its entirety at durhamskywriter.com. Now, with Bull City Hangout, I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and I do invite you to click on that link right there on the Durham Skywriter Facebook page if you'd like to join me on camera to shoot the breeze, say hello, etc., or even promote yourself, your special event. All of that would be super great. And it would also be super great if you can go ahead and share this out so that more people here in Durham can find out what indeed is happening. So let me line things up here on the side. All righty. So, and let me go to, okay, just making sure the technical things are taken care of. Alrighty, so today is the last day of June. Tomorrow's July 1st. Unbelievable. Of course, I believe summer's here because of the heat. I mean, there's no question that summer is indeed here. So, what I did with the cover story, that's what you call AI generated art, which I think is pretty cool. But I do this every year. I like to publish playing old school street games, the games that we grew up playing on the south side of Chicago. Really fun games. And to my great surprise, I found out when I talked to the students at the Freedom School summer program that some of them have heard of these games, like Simon Says, Hide and Seek, Mother May I. They hadn't heard of all of them, but some of these, Red Rover, Red Light, Freeze Tag, etc., etc. So a lot of kids don't know these games, and they really don't know how to play. They have to, just like everything else, they have to learn. And learning how to play these games is so fun. So if you have a summer program or a bunch of kids hanging out, teach them these games, and you'll find out that kids do indeed like to run around and frolic. We don't get to see that very often. Actually, there's some new kids across the street, and it's so delightful to hear their shrieks of delight as they run around with the sprinkler and all that. It's just really fun. It's a beautiful sound. Hey, guess who's here? William M. Andrews is here. First, he's saying good afternoon, Bull City, and then the trademark statement that I'd love to see every day. It's a beautiful day in the Bull City, and it is indeed. Yes, thank you for being here. And every day, I really appreciate it. Left my city, flag, Durham. Yes, indeed, I really appreciate your being here. It's so fun to look forward to people watching the show. I love it. Alrighty. So I told you about this, the cover games. So now let's go to the, I'm not going to go to all the pages, just a few pages. Let's go to the word page. That's the government and nonprofit information page, chock full of really great programs and services being offered by local nonprofits and also city government and also county and state as well. So go up and down the page. I'm always adding to it. And then you can see some places that maybe you can volunteer at. Let me tell you about a couple of new additions. So as I go, oh, Bridges Point. They are a local nonprofit. They serve both children and adults with sickle cell disease. And they're the first in the entire country to put together a housing program for people with sickle cell. It's called the Bridges Point Apartments. I've seen them. I haven't been inside, but I've seen them. They're on, I think, Kent Street. So if you know someone with sickle cell, you might already know that sometimes when they have I don't know what it's called when sickle cell strikes. I don't know if they call it an episode. It's very painful. Sometimes they have to go home from work and maybe miss a few days or whatever. And depending on the job, sometimes they end up losing their job because some jobs just can't afford to have you out for several days in a row, whatever. So knowing this is kind of like I don't know if subsidized is the right word, but they do understand at Bridges Point what happens when you have things happening with sickle cell. So yeah, so they have these apartments and they're trying to right now it's only men. They have 1 and 3 bedroom apartments, and eventually they want to expand and have apartments available for women and entire families, which is super awesome. And Roxanne is here. You're becoming regulars, and I'm here for it. Hey, Roxanne. She has Seizure the Day and See YouTube channel. Check it out if you want to learn about epilepsy or if you just want to see some really good interviews. And she interviews people literally from around the world. I think her latest interview was someone from England. I think it was the artist or the musician. I think artist from England. But let me continue. Okay, and I think, let me tell you real quick. Okay, there are always vacancies with the city of Durham. People have to drop out when they're, joining commissions, committees, or whatever. Things happen. So they're looking to fill vacancies on the Durham Planning Commission, the Durham Workers' Rights Commission, and also the Participatory Budgeting Steering Committee having to do with youth. So by end of day Wednesday, you can let them know if you want to help fill one of these vacancies, and you can learn more by clicking on the link right there on the word page. So go to durhamskywriter.com, go to the word page, and then you'll see the calendar, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, let's see. There is so much here. I don't even know where to start. Oh, disappointing news. This is really sad. Let me refresh the page because I can already tell this is not the latest iteration because of this bad news. Let me scroll back down. I don't know what happened, but it looks like we've lost one of our sites. We had three Durham community fridges, and it looks like we're down to two. Let me scroll back down. Ooh, did I pass it up? Wait a minute. Durham community fridge. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but Part and Parcels, Durham Community Fridge at 1901 Chapel Hill Road. Right now, they're saying that it's closed until further notice. And let me tell you what the community fridge is all about, in case you don't know. These are 24/7 available refrigerators and cupboards for non perishable items. So they're run by regular folks. They're filled, and cleaned by people like you and me. It's so that people who are in need have access to food 24/7. It's a great program. It started during COVID, of course, and it's great. I'm just really disappointed. I don't know what happened, but we have two left. One at St. Joseph Episcopal Church, 1902 West Main Street on the Iredell Street side, and then the new one, Omi's. I'm glad they stepped forward. So Omi's, 2300 North Roxborough Street on the corner of North Roxborough and East Club Boulevard. So I don't know what happened, but I'm happy that we at least have two. So if you're interested in opening one, let them know. I do have a link. So Scopy is listening. Okay, Scopy. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And Roxanne is telling us that her latest interview was with that musician from England. Yeah. Okay, we continue. Okay, so I think it's really needed. If you're a business, because usually it's at the side of a business. Well, St. Joseph Episcopal, well, that's a church. Omi's is a business. It's a coffee shop, and I think it's relatively new. So just the fact that they're stepping forward and helping with the Durham Community Fridge program, I think is commendable. So if anybody else can do so, let them know. I do have a link so you can get in contact with the people running the program. All righty, let's see what else we have here. Um, Durham County Libraries, with today being Monday, they're all open until 8, and then they reopen tomorrow at 9:30, and Bragtown reopens tomorrow at 10. Okay, and let's see. Durham Tech Community College's Small Business Center is downtown in the Chesterfield Building, 701 West Main Street. And they have in-person classes, one-off classes, more like workshops for people who are learning how to run a business. Their next one is next Tuesday, so I'll tell you about that on Monday. And then I like to tell you about classes that are being held across the state. And they're also offered by community colleges and small business centers. So the next one, there's none today. online. The next one will be tomorrow at 6 in the evening. I have a little itch right under my eye. So I'll tell you about it tomorrow. I'll tell you what it is. Advanced Academy course, What's My Business Worth? Business Appraisal Basics. How to figure out how much your business is worth if you're wanting to sell it. And in fact, I was telling you just last week that I was talking with a woman who sold 80% of her business. And how can you put it? With the rest of the 20%, she is forming, I guess, a bigger business around that 20%. So that's kind of clever. So you develop a business, sell off part of it, and then redevelop the rest. I think that's clever, and that might be an interesting way to fund an expansion of sorts. And Roxanne is giving me a thumbs up. Love that. Love that indeed. In fact, I think a little magic happens when you do two. Let's see if it still works. Fireworks. Is that cool or what? I guess that's Facebook doing that. That's cool. Anyway, let me continue. Or maybe it's EV the live streaming program that I'm using. I don't know. It might be EV. Let me know in the comments if you know. Okay, let me continue. Now, there is a new edition. Well, there's a couple of new editions, but I want to tell you about Note in the Pocket. Boy, I'm really scrolling. I mean, there's a lot on this page. Wow, here it is. Note in the Pocket. They are located at 1010 Martin Luther King Parkway, right over there by the Boys and Girls Club. So, Note in the Pocket is a nonprofit. They started in Raleigh and expanded to Durham. So basically, their mission is to provide good quality clothing. We're talking about new and gently used. And they get clothing to children and families in need via school social workers. School's out, but basically they usually go through the school social workers and also local agencies. So as ordinary people, we can always donate gently used clothing in closed bags. They don't want you to just hand them sweaters or whatever. They want them in closed bags. And then you can drop them off. Note in the Pocket is open 9 to 4 on weekdays and Saturdays from 9 until noon. They can always use volunteers to help sort clothes. And I'm assuming because it's a new building that is beautifully air conditioned, if you know where I'm going, there with that, not all of us have air conditioning. I'm sitting under a ceiling fan right now. I really appreciate air conditioning when I encounter it. That's why I mentioned it. So if you or your nonprofit or your neighborhood group start a clothing drive and you want to bring a whole bunch of clothing, they want you to write to them first so they can make room for it and set a time for you to drop off all of these items. Also, they have this is really clever. You can be a fairy godmother and you can fulfill clothing requests once a month by going to their page. Also, they have their own Amazon and Target page. So you can go to their pages on Amazon or Target. They have pre selected clothing that you can purchase if you want to buy new clothes. Maybe you don't have any gently used clothing lying around. Maybe you don't have an entire family and you're thinking, well, all I have is, one sweater or whatever. So maybe you can buy something. And what I really appreciate, because I did go to the pages, these are the good quality but low cost clothing. They're not trying to get you to purchase big name brand items. They're very mindful of the fact that we probably don't have a lot of extra money lying around. So you can actually help by going to Amazon or Target and purchase an item or two and dropping it off at the Note in the Pocket Center when you have time. I love that. So that's a new addition to the word page, Note in the Pocket. I love what they're doing. They're doing great work. One more thing I want to mention as far as the word page of the Raleigh Durham Airport RDU, they're participating in the Sunflower Program. And the Sunflower Program, they help to improve the whole airport experience, including going through security, which can be nerve wracking for a lot of people if you're not relaxed. So if you have what they call a hidden disability like dementia, autism, learning difficulties, sometimes they get really frustrated because I read and see videos where people are saying TSA agents are rude or they try to rush you through. I haven't encountered that, but I only travel like what, once a year. So what do I know? So and with Roxanne being here, I'm going to include epilepsy. I don't know if people with epilepsy get flustered going through the TSA line or not. I don't know, but I would think that anybody who needs a little extra help can go through the Sunflower program. Now you can actually go to a website. I do have the links, and you can purchase like a lanyard or a pin. And staff, they're trained. If they see that, then they will know to take the time to go through things really nicely with you. You could also just ask for help in advance. I do have all that information right there on the Word page under Raleigh Durham Airport. There's also a program that TSA has called TSA Cares. And this is where you can ask for on the spot help for passenger support. And again, this is for people maybe in a wheelchair or just people who just need extra help and patience. So check out both of those programs in advance. A lot of people are going on vacation. A lot of people are traveling with their family members of various abilities. So just keep in mind the Sunflower program and TSA Cares. All right. And I really think TSA, they're cool if you're cool. One thing I really suggest, because a lot of people, especially people, I won't say, certain individuals have said that they get very flustered because the rules keep changing. What I have noticed, and like I said, I only travel like once or twice a year. I've noticed if you pay attention in advance, if you zoom in on what they're saying to the people as you're going through the security line, you'll realize they don't tell people. It might change from day to day or sometimes hour to hour, but for the most part, if you pay attention to what's happening ahead of you, you'll know what to do when it's your turn. The only reason that I have learned why sometimes they don't have the same rules from trip to trip, as far as you're concerned, is because maybe earlier that week or earlier that day, someone tried something and they had to switch up on the rules in order to keep everybody on their toes. Because after all, their job is to keep dangerous items from, getting on board. So that's the only reason. They're not really trying to trip anybody up. They're really just trying to keep the bad guys at bay. So just pay attention and don't tune in when you get up there. Tune in before you get up there and you'll be just fine. All right, let me continue. Let's see. I think that's it. Let's go to the school tools page. I know that's strange. Why am I going to the school tools page when school is out? That's because there's going to be a tour of North Carolina Central University hosted by Epic, that is Empowered Parents in Community. They're hosting a college readiness tour for what's known as exceptional children. And I had to look that up. So, exceptional children are those who are neurodivergent learners. That can include people with autism, and also what do you call it? What do they call it? Gifted learners also. So it's kids on both sides of what they call normal or regular. Also, those with special needs. So they're going to have a tour. They're going to explore college life at NCCU. So the tour is from 10 until 1. So you can click for more information and to register by the July 8th deadline. The tour itself is on Thursday, July 10th. You can also click to learn more about Epic. And what I need to do is to contact them, and because you're supposed to get there on your own, and I know you need to know where to go, where to park. So I will try to find out for you, although I think they're probably going to tell you as you register. But anyway, that's going to be on the 10th, next Thursday. Is that next Thursday? Wait a minute. The Thursday after. Wait, because tomorrow is the 1st. Let's see. We'll go to July. Oh, I can't turn the page. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's next week. Okay, yeah. So there you go. You're welcome. Now let's go to the. So that's on the school tools page, and now we're gonna go to the To Your Health page. It's a little slow today. That's okay. To Your Health. There we go. So let's see what's happening on the health page. As always, I will be checking the. Wait, let me refresh the page. I just saw a June date because I know I changed it to July. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Alrighty. Let's check for blood drives because we can save lives by donating blood. So let's see what's going on with the American Red Cross. Their next blood drive is actually on Wednesday. So I'll tell you about that on Tuesday, on tomorrow. Alrighty, because that's July 1st. Okay, let's see if Blood Connection has anything going on. Their next blood drive is also on Wednesday. So I'll tell you about that tomorrow. Now, also happening tomorrow that you need to know about is the Healthy Equipment Loan Program. They're open tomorrow from 10 until 2. They're also open on Fridays from 1 until 5. They're located at 4206 North Roxborough Street, and basically what they do is to collect donations of self care, self transport items, for example, walkers, wheelchairs, the pickup sticks, the knee scooters, the tub transfer benches to help people get from like maybe wheelchair into the bathtub. So they will accept these donations and they disinfect everything, repair as necessary. And then they turn around and loan them out for 90 days at a time, which is really, really nice because these things are costly, especially wheelchairs. They cost hundreds. So it's a beautiful program. It's run by the county. It's run by Project Access. So they're open tomorrow from 10 until 2. Definitely check them out. Okay, let's go back up to the top of the page and click on the Health Events button. Let's see. The next special event is Wednesday. All right, so now we're going to go to the Senior Scope page. Today's the last day of the month. Let's see what's going on with today being Monday. Oh, Monday matinees today. Okay, so at 1 o'clock at the Drum Center for Senior Life, you can watch a movie in air conditioned splendor. Let me give you their location 406 Rigsby Avenue. Free parking, free membership, great place to hang out if you're 55 plus. Today's movie is We Bought a Zoo. Okay, sounds like a comedy, probably. So it sounds like a good movie. Free popcorn. So go there, relax, sit in a comfortable chair, and watch a great movie today at 1 o'clock. Now, later on this afternoon, chair flow and flex at 1, advanced watercolor at 1, chair volleyball at 2, lifeline dancers at 3:30, and the walking club meets at 3:30 in the lobby. Now, tomorrow morning, Seniors on the Move line dancing. You know what? I'm not going to list what's happening tomorrow morning because tomorrow is July 1st and programming might change because it does change from month to month. So let's leave it right there for the Durham Center for Senior Life. I did notice that the new schedule is online. It's available. It's just that I didn't have time to update everything because I just checked the website right before I went on the air today. But I will mention the Operation Fan Heat Relief is back. This is where seniors age 60 plus can get a free fan or small air conditioning unit if they have like health issues. Excuse me, health issues. Like sometimes when you have high blood pressure, you have to stay cool. So I don't see this year where they're asking for doctor's notes. So I don't know. Here's the thing. They have a very limited supply, so they want you to go ahead and register when you can. You can call 919-688-8247, extension 104, or stop by the front desk and register. They're asking for our help this year. So if you happen to have a box fan or a small air conditioning unit, or I shouldn't say box, I should also say pedestal, whatever kind of fan. If you have a fan that you're no longer using, I would say they would even accept those little desk fans. I can't imagine them turning it away. But anyway, um, and they also make fans that you can put in your car if you don't have air conditioning, that you can connect to your what's that called, the cigarette pluggy thing. Anyway, so they're asking for our help. If you have a fan or a small air conditioning unit, like one of those window units or the rollaway units, and you can donate it, they would appreciate that. I think they're trying to accommodate more people, realizing that they don't have a lot on hand already. So if you could help out, that would be super awesome. And just to let you know, if you don't have one lying around, if you want to purchase one, they're like $20. I see them at Lowe's, and I've seen them at Rose's. They might be even cheaper at Rose's. I'm not sure. I didn't price them, but I do know they're $20 or so at Lowe's. So if you can help out by purchasing one and donating it, I know they would really appreciate it. And trying to stay cool in the hot summer is very important, especially if you are older. Now, the program kickoff is Friday, July 25th. I know you're saying, oh my goodness, it's hot now. We all know that, but that is when the program starts. So register now so you can try to get one on Friday, July 25th. So it looks like they'll be giving them away from 9 until noon. That's the end of the month, but you do know that August is known as the hottest month. So, yeah, I think things might just be warming up right now. So, there you go. Do the best you can for now. Check out the how to page and get some beat the heat hints from that page. Also, you can learn on the how to page for the Durham Skywriter how to tell the difference between heat stroke and heat exhaustion and what to do for both. All righty, and now let's go to the legalese page. I rarely visit that page. Let's go there because Legal Aid of North Carolina, they have resumed their Listen and Learn online webinars, and they're really great. So there's going to be one, I think tomorrow. Let me scroll down. There it is, Legal Aid of North Carolina. So tomorrow, yeah. So tomorrow from 2:30 until 4:30, they're going to have a criminal record expungement, listen and learn. And that's how you learn how to legally remove previous offenses off of your record. You can improve your chances of finding a job, seizing opportunities like housing, etc. So you can click to register. It's going to be online, and it will be at 2:30 tomorrow. If you know anyone who has a criminal record, tell them to attend this free workshop online. It's going to be, I assume, on Zoom. And yeah, try to take care of that because you can really, really improve your life by expunging criminal records from getting rid of criminal records from your record. There you go. Alrighty, and now we're going to go to the Let's Go page, the calendar of events page. Let's see what's on the docket for the Bull City, with it being the last day of June. How about that? New Visions of Africa restaurant, they're giving away free meals today from 3 until 6. If you are in need, definitely stop by. They have picnic tables and they're covered, so you can sit right there and enjoy your meal, watch the cars go by on Fayetteville Street. They're located at 1306 Fayetteville Street. If you're driving, go ahead and park in the WD Hill parking lot. They don't mind at all. So that's from 3 until 6. The Hayti Heritage Center's Heritage Rhythms African dance class, that's going to be from 6:30 until 8. It is air conditioned there. Thank goodness they're on the corner of Fayetteville and Lakewood. So they start out with the conditioning and the deep breathing, and then they get into the cardio intensive African dance move. The weekly fee is 10. You can go online and get more information. Actually, you can go to their Facebook page and see what's going on. And that's going to be again today, starting at 6:30 at the Hayti. The Glass Jug Beer Lab, the one that's on Highway 55, 5410 to be exact. They're going to have their disc golf putting tournament. That's going to be today. Should be lots of fun. 6:30 until 9. There's a $6 fee. They ask that you bring three putters. We're not talking about golfing putters. We're talking about frisbee putters. This is disc golf, after all. Should be lots of fun. It's a double elimination, random double term tournament. I have no idea what that is, but it sounds like fun. I used to play frisbee when I was a kid, but I never learned accuracy. So it should be really, really challenging, really interesting. Okay, the Crump Club Durham's weekly Crank Arm Durham Run. That starts at and returns to the Crank Arm Brewing Company at 620 Fernway Avenue. That's downtown. So they start at 6:30. I know it's a little warm out, but it's from 6:30 until 10:30. So by the time you're done, it should be a little cooler. Stay hydrated, please. You can choose either to run the 3 mile or the 5 mile route. Now, tomorrow, the Durham County Sheriff's Office's Animal Services Division, they are holding their rabies vaccination clinic. They do this on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So you can call, make your appointment either between 9:30 and 11 or between 2 and 3:30. And then these are 1 year vaccinations for pets. Your pet has to be at least 4 months old. For each pet, there's a $10 fee, cash, exact change. So when you make your appointment, you're actually going to show up at 3005 Glen Road. So it's by appointment only, so definitely make that call. Read the post on the Let's Go page. There are a couple of rules that you do have to abide by, just in case Fido or Puff has a little accident if they get too excited. So yeah, there's that. Now, tomorrow, if you're older, if you're age 50 plus, head over to the East Regional Library at 211 Lick Creek Lane. They're going to have coffee and chatting. It's called the Over 50 Crowd. You hang out, they have free coffee and tea, and basically you're just hanging out, and just enjoying being around other folks, having somebody to talk to and talk about the latest book or movie or whatever. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You know what? I have to add this to the Skywriter promptly. Go Durham. They're celebrating the fact that we have yet another full year coming up of fare free service. So come on out to Go Durham, the station downtown on Pettigrew, and come celebrate with us. I'll be there DJing as DJ Pitty Pat. It's going to be an almost all day thing from 11 until 3. I know they're going to have giveaways because they always have nifty, cool giveaways. I have some cool sunglasses from Go Durham. What else do I have? A flashlight. They have these cool bags. And they have, I have seen, it's something different every year. But every time I go to one of those resource fairs where Go Durham shows up, they usually have a table full of really great things, including maps. So there you go. So I'm going to add that. Let me write this down. Go Durham. I do need to add that. Hope to see you tomorrow, and that'll be from 11 until 3. All righty. Let's see. Also happening tomorrow, City Talk Toastmasters Club. They will be meeting tomorrow. Now, this is going to be on Zoom. It's virtual. So from noon until 1, you can get your skills together in terms of learning how to speak publicly without a script, how to talk. I would add talking online because talking extemporaneously in front of people online is almost the same as doing it in person. It can be nerve wracking if you're not used to it. So I would suggest that you check out, if you want to do what I'm doing, you want to be online, talking in front of people, check out the City Talk Toastmasters Club. Now, our area here in Durham, we actually have at least 3, because City Talk, that's virtual, and a lot of the folks who participate are city employees. And then there's the RTP Toastmasters, if I'm not mistaken. They're the ones who meet at the South Regional Library. Then there's another group that meets over at Harris Brewing um, company on Hillsborough Road. Oh, here it is, Harris Beverages. That's also tomorrow, but that's in the evening, so I'll announce that during tomorrow's show. So that's the Durham Toastmasters meeting. So we have three different Toastmasters groups, and it looks like tomorrow's show will be pre-recorded since I will be at the Durham station downtown tomorrow at noon. So, yeah. Um, Also tomorrow, very important. If you need help with groceries, New Visions of Africa restaurant, they're having their grocery giveaway. That's going to be tomorrow at 12:30 for a couple of hours while supplies last. Take your umbrella or parasol because it's going to be hot out tomorrow as well. Oh, Roxanne has to go. Okay. Thanks for being in the audience, Roxanne. I do appreciate it. I know she's got things. We all have things to do, so let me continue. Let's see. I think that's pretty much it, actually. Yeah. So let's check the weather. Let me put my iPad down here on the floor and let me get my app together and let us check the weather. Okay, it is 89. It's almost already the high for today. It's 89 already. It's going up to 90. That's incredible. So it says mostly cloudy, although the sun is blasting here on Cap Street. Now it looks like the sun will be playing peekaboo actually until mid afternoon. And then we are going to have a cloudy afternoon starting around 4 o'clock. And then it looks like tomorrow we're going to get some. Oh, we can't have rain tomorrow. We're doing the Go Durham thing. Oh my goodness. Okay. So it looks like we're going to have a high tomorrow of 89 with a 65% chance of rain, but hopefully it won't rain because we have to do our thing at the station downtown. It looks like it's going to rain on Wednesday and Thursday too. And it's going to be cool. It's going to be only 83 on Wednesday. Awesome. Because the super hot weather is, even though I love it, it's challenging. It's challenging for a lot of us. So the high today is 90. It's 89 right now. And what I'm going to do, I did promise that I was going to start checking that other app, the Weather Channel app, because somehow they don't always say the same thing as the other app. So they do say that it's 98 right now. How is it 98 in one app and 89 with the other app? That is so weird. And it says feels like 110. This is troubling. I'm guessing, I was trying to guess last week that one app might take the temperature at the airport, where of course it's all concrete, and maybe the other app is taking readings from someplace that is cool, like maybe one of the universities, like maybe at Duke or something. I'm wondering. I need to find out somehow because there's a big difference between 89 and 98. It almost makes me not want to do the weather reports anymore because it sounds like I'm not being. Anyway, I just do the best I can. I'm not the weather person, the forecaster. I'm just the bearer of the news, so to speak. And it says here the 4th of July outlook is going to be cloudy for the 4th of July. Well, as long as it's, not raining, that's okay with me. So that is it for today's show. I do hope that you have a wonderful afternoon. Try to stay cool. If you're going to go out, get a towel, like a short towel. Go ahead and wring it out, wrap it around your neck so you can stay cool. And also get one of these. They range from like 15 to, I've seen them as much as $40. This was like, I think, $19, Amazon. It's a fan. You put it around your neck, you push the button, and it cools you off. So get one of these from Amazon. These are really great. They might have them in um, stores in town too. I don't know. They might have them at Target. No idea. Walmart. They probably do. Come to think of it, I bet they do. But anyway, get one of these. You will not regret it. And with that, you have a beautiful day. Now, tomorrow's show, like I said, will be pre recorded because I have to be at the Go Durham station tomorrow at 11. And I hope to see you there if you're a bus rider. And with that, Ciao for now.